Welcome back to another video, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the massive, tier 10, 2 of the massive YouTube Iceberg, explained by yours truly, Swegwin. Yeah, I don't know where to go from there. Shout out to Swegwin, Potted Plant. We are coming to the end. It has been a journey. My sentiments are always going to remain the same from all the previous videos. Appreciate everyone who is watching along and who I've connected with through this journey. And then a little bit of my own thing. Remember to be yourself. Remember to love yourself. Remember to authentically express yourself no matter what, as long as you don't harm others. And without further ado, let's commence. Alright guys, I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to see if I can do this entire video in one shot. And I'm going to, as I get to the end, Swegwin told me in one of the comments, the recent one, that I think the research, script writing, everything got better towards the end. So this is where it's like really refined. What I'm going to try to do, though I'm a yapper, is I'm going to try to be clear and concise with what I want to say, get straight to the point and not over explain myself, and see if we can do this whole video in one shot. But since I talk so much, I think it's not going to work, but we'll see. All right, let's go. Also, editing plays a role.
Hello and welcome back once again to the massive YouTube Iceberg. Today I'll be covering the second half of Tier 10. As always, thank you to 80 Constant, Bagus of Swagus, Hollowed, Original But Unfunny, Snail Demon, The Mungler, and Toyminator 900, and everyone else for supporting me on Patreon.
Dude, I love this dude's name. Or girl, whoever this is, the Mungler.
As well as the Ko-fi supporters too. We've got an honestly stupid amount of stuff to cover, so let's waste no time.
Alright, let's do this. I'm hyped to be here, you guys. It's crazy.
Yeah, this is probably the best way we could have started this video. We call that foreshadowing. Don't You Touch My Stinky Poopy Doo-Doo is an animated music video with around 8,000 views, composed and narrated by Andrew Frankel in 2019. It features this weird Cyclops creature singing about how he doesn't want you to touch his stinky poopy doo-doo.
Don't you touch my stinky poopy doo-doo. Oh, I wanna keep my poopy in my...
Okay, shit. Literally. But I'm so weak at myself for saying shit. I accidentally paused the video. You didn't miss much. Well, you missed, I guess, a little bit of art of don't touch my stinky doo-doo, whatever the fuck this is. But I was going to say this is literally shit posting, but also it's art, to be honest. Don't know. Never mind.
Apparently his first ever solid effort at animating, which, I mean, honestly not terrible given that information, but
better than what I could do.
I'm not going to judge him for the subject matter. Beyond this video, though, on his channel, he has a fair amount of music he's composed, as well as song covers, and he's honestly pretty good at it.
That's so crazy. He goes from that to this. Like, this just spread right here just seems completely normal. Look
at that, he's also a voice actor. I wonder who he's played. Let's see, nothing too major. He voiced Fancy and Johnny Quest and Jellystone. Professor from Mars Express. Okay, creature vocalizations from Dead Space Remake, and no, that fucking dog. For those of you who aren't real Swegwin fans, I made a video about Rain Dog from Multiverses a while back and how weird his inclusion was in the roster. I also made a specific point in that video to talk about how they announced Rain Dog's voice actor, despite Rain Dog not making any noises in the game.
What do they have Andrew Frankel doing? What is he getting paid for?
Well, in a recent update, they actually added his voice finally, and...
Hear me out, that's pretty damn impressive. Like, of course, there's editing on the voice and everything, and probably slightly things they do to make it sound more creature-like, but that's pretty impressive.
Why does he sound like that? Fedsmoker is the main online identity of a man named Connell Peterson, and, well, he's certainly a character.
Oh, goddamn Uncle Sam, this fucking food cards for cigarettes and booze. Because it's for me. It's all about me.
He walks around acting and speaking more akin to a one-off South Park character than an actual real person, provoking any police officer he sees and spouting off whatever random bullshit he thinks of.
They must love
all
him.
the while filming it.
Look, what do you guys want to be? You want to be a baby raper? You got to be something here since Donnie ain't gonna face me. What's your name? Officer Curl. Curl? You want to be a raper?
Oh my gosh, I keep pressing pause and then when I press spacebar, it shortcuts to OBS. So I keep pausing it. But I was gonna say, why does every, I don't want to say this, but why does every cop have that look? Yeah, y'all take that for what it is, or what I may mean. But like, why do they all sound like that too? I don't know. That's just me. I don't know.
Weird part of me
My name, Officer Carl Ray. I gotta stop.
finds his content oddly entertaining. He has over 100 YouTube channels, all with different names that are mostly variations on the name Fedsmoker or the Herkster, which is his other moniker. He has so many alternate accounts that there are probably some of his channels we don't even know about to this day.
Crazy.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, man, let's smoke some pot, drink some beer, eat some wine. And...
He was born in the town of Harvard, Nebraska, a place with around 1,000 people, and a notable geese section on its Wikipedia article. But why exactly does he like fucking with police officers so much? I mean, besides the fact that he's clearly cripplingly addicted to methamphetamines.
I'm gonna give it up for him, okay?
I don't know if it's just me. The audio feels a little bit low in this video, so I'm gonna turn it up in OBS. Or not in OBS. What am I talking about? In DaVinci's Resolve, I'm going to turn it up slightly because I gotta check it after post recording. Why am I trying to be political about what I'm saying?
Thank you for being normal, guys, because I am indeed normal.
Well, the way his story started was that in 2001, the Harvard, Nebraska police chief was conspiring to burn down several buildings around the city. He asked our buddy Connell over here for help, and he recorded it and reported it to state investigators. And then the police chief was later arrested. After this moment, he dedicated the rest of his life to stomp out every damn dirty pig in the country, or in other words, smoke every Fed.
Yeah,
What is that?
a Fedsmoker?
Yeah.
Well, it's a guy. You notice the car's got cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I actually put like a chief of police in jail for burning houses in my life. Oh, I used to wire up for the state, and I've done a little work for the task, and yeah, I just take it in. You know, this is what you guys need, though.
He believes that he's some kind of CIA double agent whose job it is to go after crooked police officers who are not doing their job correctly and correct them. In the process, he acts like the most stereotypical portrayal of an American possible, constantly yelling and putting on this macho man Randy Savage-esque voice, unless that is just his actual voice. He also has a habit of calling people he doesn't like baby rapers, and I mean like anyone he doesn't like.
I put your fucking chief on the net as baby rapers. I get snubbed one more time out of this store. You watch and see, bitches. I'm gonna put this dog on the net as a baby raper, too. You fucking baby raper! You fucking baby raper!
Is he insane? Yeah, probably, but he's also such an endearing character. There's not much I can really tell you about why I find him so interesting without just showing you a bunch of clips. Well, all that being said though, it's important to note that he did sadly pass away in his van in 2020 at the relatively young age of 53, most likely from drug overdose. One could only imagine he's up there smoking pigs in heaven.
Smoking pigs in heaven.
Yeah.
Damn, I mean, I actually did like him. He was actually pretty interesting. I don't have really any more comments, to be honest, about that guy, but rest in peace. Rest in power.
25 North 71 West is an obscure YouTube channel covered briefly in Rainbot's Petite Tube video. It seems to be a failed ARG with only around 5 videos, one of which has since been taken down. Don't really have enough info in these videos to see what they were cooking, but the production value definitely seems a little rough. Is that the default Sony Vegas font? Are you serious, man? I kind of feel insulted. At that point, you might as well put in some spinning sample text. For those wondering, by the way, those coordinates lead to the middle of the ocean within the Bermuda Triangle. So yeah, I guess that's a pretty scary place to put coordinates for.
At this point in the Iceberg, I realized I'm not going to do an ARG. I know I said back then maybe I would do something, or actually, if I said maybe I would do it, maybe there's still potential, but it has to be revolutionary, dude.
Devin Michael Erikson is a former YouTuber and, I'll just cut to the chase here, was, alongside Alec McKinney, one of the two perpetrators of the STEM School Highlands ranch shooting that occurred in May 2019 in Colorado. The shooting left one student dead and 8 more injured. Devin was 18 years old at the time, and after the tragedy, people discovered his YouTube channel, which only had 3 Dead by Daylight streams on it and no videos. This is another one of those school shooters who, for some reason, has a fan base of girls who thinks he's really attractive. I certainly don't get it. As you should probably be familiar with by now, YouTube was created in April of 2005. However, there are, or at least were, a select amount of videos that for some reason displayed as being uploaded on either December 31st, 1969 or January 1st, 1970, which would mean it would predate the internet itself by around 13 to 14 years. Almost all of these videos...
I'm assuming it's just a premiere glitch or whatever, because it says premiered December 31st, 1969, so is there some sort of glitch you could do within, like, the premiere settings or setting something before when it was premiered? It seems like a simple glitch, but I'll let Swag take it away.
They specifically say that they premiered on that date, though, not that they were uploaded on that date, which is effectively the same thing, but obviously when it says it premiered on that date, it means that it was live streamed before it was uploaded with the premiere feature, which some channels use when they upload a video. Nowadays, it's a pretty commonly used feature, but I suppose that when it was rolling out, they must have fucked up somewhere, and some videos just started defaulting to the Unix epoch, which would be midnight, January 1st, 1970. For a little background, time in computers is often measured with Unix time, which is a big number that measures the seconds passed between the epoch and a certain point in time, which for YouTube videos is the time and date it was released. Something internally with this feature made it reset the time to 0, and thus the time was set to 1969 or 1970, depending on whether you live west or east of this big line. Funny enough, if you have an iOS device and you change your device time back to this date, it can cause a whole lot of problems for the system, including a high likelihood of straight up bricking whatever device you're using. So of course this fake image started circulating around 2016, originating from 4chan. It appears to be an official Apple website telling you to set your time to January 1st, 1970, and you'll discover an Easter egg where your iPhone will get this cool classic Macintosh theme. It's a pretty underrated prank, up there with the other fake 4chan tech tips like microwaving your iPhone to get it to charge faster, or iOS 7 making the phone waterproof.
Please tell me nobody actually microwaved their phone to get it to charge faster. Holy shit. There had to probably be one.
The viral video is a YouTube video uploaded by...
I'm sorry if you're that person, by the way.
Tristan Lambert. He claims to have found this video in an attic. He has no idea who recorded it. Yada yada yada. It makes you take your own life when you watch it. Yeah, we've seen this all before. Most interesting thing about this one is that Tristan actually uploaded a video to his channel where he answers if it's real. And also, I thought he was saying the N-word in the video, which no, apparently he's just saying alone never stops. Maybe it was the visual effect gaslighting me into that conclusion, I don't know.
Whoa, is that blackface, dude?
Oh wait, I hear alone never stops, but then it could also be that thing, whatever it's called. I hear alone never stops, but it could be that one thing. What is it? Oh my gosh, I don't know if it actually has a name, but shoot, man. Oh my gosh, I don't know what it's called. Like when you're oh fuck, I don't know what it is, dude. It was like an experiment. I don't know. Hang on, I gotta find this or it's gonna bother me. Dude, I can't find it, but there's like a movie clip or some clip about a psychologist explaining this where the phrase, like, I don't know if any of you heard it, where it's like, the song is like, that is embarrassing, and like they have it on like a PowerPoint and they show the power of perception where it's like, write what you hear and like everyone starts getting something different. Sort of like the, it happens, but I don't know if it's called something. I'm pretty sure there's a name for it. Like there's a video, there's a song that people do it with on Instagram, and maybe it started on TikTok. What is the song? Let me think of the song. Oh, it's the one song, and the singer is Jessie Glynn, and I think she's saying, "You make my heart work," but it's like the "You make my heart hurt." You know the song I'm talking about? I hope you guys know the song I'm talking about, or I sound fucking strange. But it's like the "You make my heart hurt," like that's how she, like the remix does it, and people will be like, "You ate my father," do it, like they'll say some other shit, but it's like how your brain is hearing it, and then it's like, when you read some of the comments, you start hearing what they wrote, and it's such a weird auditory like and perception odd thing that goes on, but just more of like, I don't know, perception is reality sort of thing. I don't know.
Events, which has now been rebranded to Ask About Horizons, is this YouTube channel created in 2019 that seems to be somewhat of a modern day equivalent to Expert Village Leaf Group. They have over 30,000 videos and counting, and all of them are either tutorials or answering questions. However, unlike Expert Village, these videos don't seem to be done by real people filming themselves and answering questions. I guess that's where the modern day part of the sentence really pulls its weight. These videos clickbait you into thinking there's this real woman explaining how these things work, but it ends up just being a short clip of her talking, followed by a text-to-speech voice reading off some very likely AI-generated paragraphs in the YouTube tutorial equivalent to those stupid articles that rise to the top of Google search nowadays whenever you search for any question without putting Reddit at the end. And I don't like putting Reddit at the end. It's embarrassing. Makes me feel like a Redditor. And I feel like if I put Reddit at the end of my search terms enough times, I'm gonna wake up.
How to make AI do my videos for me, Reddit. You know what's funny? That's exactly what I was gonna comment about that woman. Like the clips of people, like the clip of the woman just plays, but then it goes into text to speech. We're moving into an age where there are fully AI generated people talking about like fake stories, like the deep fakes and all that. Somebody tried to tell me that deep fake technology and something else are two different forms of AI, and whether that may be true or whatever, I think I ended up reading somewhere that it wasn't the case, and deep fake and something else are actually just still AI. But like deep faking someone's face or fully whatever the case may be, it is still moving into an age where it's like some I probably didn't even end up uploading the video, but I think the series on, what did we watch it on? My girlfriend put me onto it for me. I think it's called The Capture. We're moving into some capture level of things where these channels that do this are actually going to be able to like generate even like just like even more realistic shit where they don't have to use like a same repeating clip of a woman. It's just some insane
One day
shit,
with a wall of Funko Pops hung up in my room.
Whoa.
And this poster. Ask About Horizons videos are very weird for lack of better terminology. Let's take a look at this one. How do you get rid of static electricity in your body? Which, I mean, already kind of a weird topic for a video, right? You wouldn't think that many people would be looking that up, but hey, it's one of the most popular videos on their channel, so maybe I'm just wrong. But just take a look at this.
Take our lead. Let's help you make your mark. Our goal is your satisfaction. Let us show you the way.
The fastest way to get rid of static
The video starts out with the woman in the thumbnail saying some generic sentence that doesn't relate to the topic. And then, like I said, in comes the AI-generated paragraph. Okay.
So you see what I'm saying there? How they're using AI at this part, and it's like scuffed. They could probably use better AI or a better program that does it. Because now apparently AI is showing itself to have, is it inflections? Is that what it is in human speech? Where it's like, I don't know. But you know, like this sort of pauses and stops and likes and like it's mimicking or simulating actual speech. Like it could fucking pause and breathe and take a breath. Like, so this is what I found on the web. Like, whoa. It doesn't blow my mind, honestly. It's just like, I feel like I've seen it coming forever. But imagine that they just take this sort of idea of doing this and then actually implement AI that's just deep faking the woman at this point.
Okay, well, let's look through the video and, oh, there's chapters. I wonder if the woman comes back again.
lead. Some objects such as
take our lead. Okay, let's go to the next chapter.
Take our lead.
Again?
Take our lead. Let's help you make your mark.
More videos on YouTube.
Okay, I don't know how make your mark is an applicable phrase to finding out how to get rid of the static electricity in my body. Wait a minute, that's not even the same woman in the thumbnail.
Right.
What the hell's going on? Literally all 33,000 of their videos is like this. Sure, maybe Expert Village didn't always have the most qualified people making videos.
How to draw a whale or stingray. Top fin, bottom fin.
But at least they were made by people. There was a level of
okay.
authenticity and, dare I say, soul to those videos. At least they provided some kind of entertainment value from the cringe.
He said, dare I say soul.
But ask about events or horizons or whatever is nothing. I mean, I guess at least sometimes the AI generates some funny ideas for videos. Like, how do I make my phone camera see through clothes? Like, what the fuck? Should 13-year-olds wear diapers?
Hold on, are these real views? Are like the 88K and the fucking... Is this real? Guys, should I just sell my soul at this point? No, I'm just joking. Because it's just like, a channel like this has to be botting traction, right? Or no? Is it just simply for people clicking on the video, getting curious or whatever? It's odd. I guess the video is 2 minutes as well. It's very interesting, dude. It's very interesting. I don't know.
Can I breastfeed my husband without being pregnant?
When
do babies get their skin color?
681,000.
What is India's zip code? Is pregnant tummy hard or soft? What makes a ball... What makes a man's balls tighten up? Well, someone wasn't tugging enough. Okay, you know what? I immediately changed my mind. There actually is merit to this existing because it's fucking hilarious. Their website, askabout.video, shows that they have around 8 channels, all with the exact same videos on them, just slightly different.
Solutions,
like they say, they're all
insights,
based around certain
ideas.
topics. Like, for example, Ask About Essentials provides you with basic knowledge, everyday tips, and life hacks, while Ask About Impact focuses on more real-world effects of actions and decisions. But let's look at the channel trailers for each.
The smart ones reach their goals and move faster in life. Basically, this requires knowledge and accurate answers. The smart ones reach their goals and move faster in life. Basically, this requires knowledge and accurate answers.
They're slightly different, maybe different takes of the same lines, but it's essentially the exact same shit between all of these channels. They're the same questions that they probably pulled from some Google search data. But who was searching up if 13-year-olds should wear diapers? The truth is, diapers are actually healthier for you than holding it, since you're supposed to poop a minimum of 5 times a day, and you're supposed to pee a minimum of 7 times a day. So thereby, the only way anyone to keep up with what their body's actually supposed to do is if they're in a diaper. Otherwise, they can't keep up with daily structure. I've been saying now, last half year, to my half mom to let me wear a diaper. But she say, 13-year-old boy can't wear diaper. But now, I found this and showed to her. And now, I can wear diaper. I even wear diapers at school sometimes. I'm so happy. Am almost 37 and wear diaper/nappies. Am adult baby. I have a mummy, so that changes my nappy/diaper. If people don't like it, don't look and don't ask me. That's what I say in life. Well, my question's answered.
Make your mark. Take our lead.
Babies show that peeing in a diaper is blissful.
Oh, you're funny, Swag, for that edit.
A few years ago, YouTube had this obscure Easter egg if you were using specifically YouTube TV, which is the version of YouTube that comes on TVs and video game consoles. And if you held down the fast forward button, there's this dog that runs across the screen for some reason. It was a cute little secret, but I suppose at some point that YouTube got rid of it for whatever reason, making...
I'm not gonna lie to you, I despised taking that timeline bar and dragging it all the way back on YouTube TV. Oh, it was atrocious, bro.
One of the rarest Easter eggs ever added to the site. It was not only available for only a short time, but also was only available on YouTube TV, so you couldn't get it to work on desktop or mobile, which are easily the 2 most popular ways to browse YouTube. True. I don't know why they got rid of this. I'm sure it didn't cost them money to leave up, right? Whatever, it's not like this is even in like the top 50 weirdest YouTube decisions.
Mario Piss Jar, crazy.
Mario Piss Jar is a video I believe was originally uploaded by Joe Capo.
Help me! Get me out of here!
Hey, speaking of...
Joe Capo.
Kinda surprised this guy's this far down, but Joe Capo is a meme channel who first gained popularity around 2017. He's most well known for 2 things, one of which is his Brother May I Have Some Oats series, which is this series where this fat as fuck pig kept asking this other fat as fuck.
Whoa, bro, I'm putting that on the thumbnails, bro. Or the thumbnails, nice, the thumbnail. I absolutely love the fucking sorry, brother. I've already begun eating the oats. No, brother! I love.
If we could have some oats.
Absolutely,
it was a pretty big meme in
love this.
2017 and definitely is of its time period. However, it's fairly recently come back a little bit because of a video by Burial Goods,
Yeah.
which is actually a tribute to Joe Capo, as mentioned in the description. The other thing he's known for is Dragon Ball X, a bizarre Dragon Ball fan series done in MS Paint and text-to-speech voices. This series would be a parody of Dragon Ball Super, featuring meme characters like Shrek and Peter Griffin, and most.
Dude, I have to give people who do this credit. That is an amazing amount of just like being bored as shit and doing, but like actually just putting your mind to it and being like, I'm going to make this, whether it be an abomination or whether I look at it for being pure art. I'm doing this right now. I used to do it in the past with things that I actually like. My example of doing this, but not like actually making like shit like this. And I made some shit that actually had people in school like, bro, where did you learn to edit? How did you do it? Which was just teaching myself, but through YouTube and a lot of the great creators that put out all these free tutorials, taught myself and then used my artistic twang to make it into my own form. But like anime edits, or I used to take Assassin's Creed, the trailers of like Assassin's Creed 3, put them together over a fire song that I liked, and do stuff like that, and effects in Adobe After Effects and stuff like that. That's what I did in the beginning.
Most notably, Gohan Blanco and Ultra Instinct Shaggy.
Gohan Blanco, bro.
I thought Dragon Ball X was where these characters originated, but apparently it isn't, though it's definitely where they were popularized. A theory I have on why Joe Capo is so far down is that he kind of likes being obscure. Whenever a video of his gets too popular, he usually ends up deleting it and leaving the internet for a bit before coming back and starting the cycle over again. It's kind of like a perpetual unus annus for shit posters, even though re-uploads of his content are pretty much everywhere.
That's cool, dude. He's like slightly like me. I had like a channel that was like gaining a lot of traction before this one that was actually, in terms of numbers, a bit better, but this one's more authentic to me, where I deleted it. Man, I had Friday Night Funkin' and everything on that channel.
This was an animation uploaded in 2007.
But this channel is definitely my more refined channel.
Basically, the uploader found this sound file on his computer from when he was 16, which is an improvised story that he made up. He then decided to animate it and upload it to YouTube. It's a charming video, but not super remarkable until you realize who uploaded it. Amazing Phil, also known as Phil from Dan and Phil, an early YouTube star who is actually still around to this day, with a pretty huge fan base.
That's cool. See, shit like that is awesome too.
The Presence is, from what I can tell, promotional material for the 9 Inch Nails album Year Zero. I guess there's going to be some web series during the follow-up to this album. For 53 seconds, it's a pretty effective horror story and features this freaky monster. Cool stuff.
Just putting its hand down from the
Slice
sky.
and Dice Productions. Yeah, I couldn't find a whole lot about this one. It's a channel that no longer exists, with little to no archive around. Judging from this random reaction video, though, it seems to be a channel where a child plays with his toys and screams a lot. So I'm not sure I'm missing much by not having an archive of this channel's content, but it's also on the Iceberg in the first place, so maybe there's some level of significance. I found a Reddit post on r/Devin2YouTube, which has now been deleted, but it links to one of the videos. Putting into the Wayback Machine, we still don't have an archive for the channel, but we do get to see their channel name and profile picture, as well as the description. Ducky and Bunny escape the concentration camp. So yeah, whatever this was, I'm sure it was a generational YouTube talent.
Eating Adam Sandler?
Eating Adam Sandler is a channel ran by a man named Summer Corrales, who at one point was dedicated to eating a printed out photograph of Adam Sandler every day until he watches Happy Gilmore with him and his boys. There are a lot of channels like this, like 50K for example, who has been eating a picture of Mr. Beast every day until he donates him $50,000. However, Eating Adam Sandler gave up around the 150 days mark, and 50K is still going and recently reached day 2000. So I guess you know who's really dedicated. You know, when I talked about MamaMax back in, tier 6, when I talked about the story he made up about how he exposed a quote-unquote pedo cult, I kind of felt like I was being too harsh to him. Like, while there was no channel with the name Cartoon Incorporated ever on YouTube, I suppose there was a chance that he actually did find a channel that did the things what he was talking about, and just changed the names around so as to protect the victims or whatever.
Watching?
But after the things that came out about him recently, yeah, I really don't feel too bad. Several people have gone back and commented on that part of the video, saying it aged like fine wine. For those of you who don't know, MamaMax is an honestly really corny predator hunter channel who got into a lot of shit earlier this year following some drama he got into with Moist Critical, where he tried to expose him for not responding to his DMs. This is one of his many attempts to blackmail and guilt trip popular YouTubers into participating into this predator hunting LARPing shit he did as his main form of content. When they didn't comply with his demands, he would become furious and start harassing them, claiming that they're complicit in the sexual exploitation of children because they didn't respond to his Discord DMs. It was by this point that many YouTubers he had contacted would make videos about him, criticizing his methods of quote-unquote catching the predators, as he would most likely put it. Although apparently that Moist Critical video wasn't actually about Critical, and instead it was just bait and switch to spread information about whatever predator he's investigating.
My name is Max Stryker. I'm a filmmaker dedicated to empowering children. This is a call to action disguised as a cancellation.
I fucking hate the way he talks in his videos, dude. He puts on this super deep, bassy voice whenever he talks to play up the entertainment factor of the video. He also goes super hard on the editing and plays this character who's like this cool, badass Hotline Miami kind of guy. Why do this for a channel which is supposed to be centered around such a very serious subject matter as kids being in danger of child predators? Does it make it any better that all of his videos are fake? Yeah, that was one of the other things that people were also starting to realize about MamaMax's content. A lot of these predator hunting stories are shit he just made up for views. A lot of these videos, like for example the Cartoon Incorporated video, do not feature sufficient evidence.
See, that's so sad, bro. I don't understand why, like, I feel like faking stuff like this doesn't bring, hear me out. Faking content like this does not bring positive awareness to the subject. You know what I'm saying? I started to ask myself if Vitali TV, like Vitali, his stuff's actually real. I've seen a lot of people share his videos and a lot of different content creators that I didn't expect to share his videos that I've never even seen. Like I'll come across them once and they're like a channel dedicated to doing something completely different. I'm talking about Instagram profile channels as well. That'll be like, yo, Vitali is actually out here catching Hollywood actors or Hollywood directors that are in these rings that probably be on damn near the same list. This is for entertainment purposes. Don't get me whacked. Entertainment purposes. The same list as like Epstein or something. Like Vitali's out here catching them. And I'm like, if that's real and that's genuine and it's not stage stuff, I mean, my man is bringing actually good awareness and I guess trying to make up for his past prank videos and stuff that he did. But it's stuff like that. It's like, if these channels are actually real, good. I do feel like there should be genuinely a like organization or some sort of group made. You know, you have to ask those things to yourself. Why doesn't a group of people exist that actually do get paid from the government to research and look into pedophiles and stuff like that? You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. So it's just weird that someone would do this for views. I mean, no. Okay, I'm over here acting like I'm totally flabbergasted. No, I'm not. I'm pretty chill about it, but acting like, oh, like who in the world would do this for views? But it's like, it's very obvious, I guess, in the era that is the internet, that someone would do this. But it's like, it's weird to me because it's like, what is your motive behind it? Did you just want money, whatever? Like, and then also when you fake it and get caught, if you were faking it for views or for money, what makes it so hard to come out? Is it really the ego? Your ego doesn't want to die to this false reality you've created. I just really wonder, because it's just like, why pick this of all things that you could pick to fake? Why pick this niche to fake? It's like it feels like there's like certain things in reality that shouldn't be faked for views, yet it still happens. But this is like one of them. Why fake? Because it's also like you're like a fake hero too. It's like people are people, because of how morality is, they're genuinely gonna side with someone hunting. You know, so I don't know.
Or just feature completely fabricated evidence, which I mean, I kind of figured, like, it's kind of obvious. When I made the Cartoon Incorporated segment in Tier 6, all of these very obvious tells that it was fake was present. But people believed it just because it's a guy with hundreds of thousands of subscribers talking. Plus, he's a, you know, pedo hunter, and if you doubt him and he turns out to be right, then guess what, dumbass? You just defended a child molester cult. It's like Pascal's wager for edgy commentary YouTubers. There's also this thing he did where he rebranded his channel to the name God Cult. And, oh Jesus, I don't want this segment to be too long. Basically, he tried to get involved with a real case, unlike his stupid fucking LARP videos, and he completely mishandled the information, doxing innocent people, and basically showing people that he's not some cool internet vigilante. He's just a fucking dweeb who used to review hentai on YouTube. Oh, and yeah, that's actually what this entry is about. Back in the day, he used to do these videos where he poked fun at hentai.
できたよ。いや、久しぶりだね。ルルナちゃん。ケイちゃん、エッチするよ。服脱いで。
And yeah, I mean, looking back, this content is pretty fucking cringe, but significantly less cringe than whatever he's been doing for the past 4 years on YouTube.
I guess true.
Behind the clicks and views of internet drama, there's a story we're overlooking. Millions of stories, in fact. Stories that scream for immediate attention.
I've heard this guy's name, but really didn't know anything about him until the Iceberg. And I'm kind of glad that through Swegwin and Potted Plant, this is my first introduction of him. Like, I didn't even know this dude called out Critical. I'm glad. I don't know.
It continued to be muffled by the cacophony of the latest drama or trend. Let's take a moment to step back from the online spectacle and face the—
This whole time, you could have been arguing about what SS Sniper Wolf is doing. You could have been—
Nah, Swegwin is gonna take me out, bro. Bro. Okay, I had to cut that out because I was yapping. Because I like wanted to over explain that, hey, I'm not talking trash. But how Swegwin feels about like this guy's voice and how he talks in his videos, I was gonna bring up about what's his name? Corpse Party. And just say straight up, I respect everything Corpse has done, finding his niche, being that deep voice sort of daddy dude that people perceive him as, or mostly women. And I get that his content is not for me. But man, there's something that just makes me itch about when that dude talks in videos. Again, respect that he's authentically him, hopefully, and makes the content he wants to make and has banked on like his voice. But I don't know, something about him just being like, hey, welcome back to another video. You feel good? You know, this is my natural voice. And it's like, I don't know, guys. This is the vibe I get from that. And that's why I wanted to bring it up. Not for me, but respect to everything he does, but not for me, bro. And I'm telling you though, there's some dudes like Henry Cavill, that's a sexy man playing Geralt. And I can admit that. I'm comfortable in my sexuality. But dude, I just can't get behind the deep guttural voice or like this type of shit. And I know there's motherfuckers that find this hot. I'm gonna stop explaining myself now. We're done. It's funny, I ended that at 1:44 on the recording.
Been discussing and paying attention to something that's truly important and worth your time, which is me, because I really love inserting myself in every situation possible. Like, oh my fucking god, he made a song.
Pray.
You're the prey, and we're the prey.
Yes, wait, doesn't, like, I could be wrong, but doesn't Corpse Party do this? Not like fake things or whatever the fuck, but I don't know. Just based on the voice category gives me the same feel, bro. That's why I just feel so good. But Sweg making fun of it has me. Bro, I just got scared by my tripod right here. I just looked at this and almost had a heart attack. Oh my gosh.
Oh, actually, you know what? Watch this one. This one's really funny.
Guys.
That clip was the completely unedited first 15 seconds of his apology/response video. The fake tomato.
I honestly gotta give him props for that. That was pretty goofy.
The SpongeBob clip.
He's got MOK in the background, bro. Behind me, look, he's got MOK right here.
I didn't edit that in. That was him. That was all him. I think this might go down as one of the worst response videos of all time, which is saying a lot because there are a lot of...
Why does he have an MLK poster? I kid you not, bro. I kid you not. That's what I was saying. It just feels so... This whole thing feels so inauthentic, bro. Like, that's the first thing my eyes went to, that this is an apology video. I was like, the fucking MLK poster, bro.
Really, really bad response videos on YouTube.
That is hilarious to me, bro. Again, let this be a testament to people that say, like, I don't sync up. I'm kidding. It's one guy. I'm getting my feelings hurt. Let's keep going.
If this Iceberg part came out like a year ago, this probably wouldn't be a very long entry, and I would literally just be talking about his hentai reviews, and it'd be a fun, like, oh, look at how this YouTuber's content was different way back when. Kind of like the Mudahar's old creepypasta readings entry. But man, it is astounding how he destroyed all the goodwill he had in a matter of a year. Though honestly, it's kind of astounding he managed to get that goodwill in the first place.
Yeah. Speaking of the word atrocious, we have Atrocious YouTubers Wiki.
The Atrocious YouTubers Wiki is a now deleted wiki created in 2018 that would chronicle all the worst people YouTube has to offer. When I say that, you'll probably think I was talking about like murderers, sexual assailants, groomers, you know, really bad shit that would definitely qualify them as quote-unquote atrocious YouTubers. However, a lot of articles on this wiki are for pretty innocuous YouTubers, like Electric Dragon 505, I guess. I don't know who that is, but he doesn't seem that bad. CinemaSins and Valiskibum are just annoying. I don't think there's anything morally wrong with them. Hey, wait a second. I don't know why this page I'm looking at is so against there being an article on Shadman, though. He's definitely a pretty atrocious YouTuber. According to this page, the wiki was borderline anti-porn, which caused drama, as it is anti-free speech or pro-hate speech. I don't know if I'd agree that making fun of porn is hate speech, especially when it's the kind of shit that Shadman would make. Keep in mind, there are good erotic internet artists, such as Alpha995, Derpixon, and Deeves. Citation needed. They even had the courage of featuring a page criticizing Mr. Beast during his first years here, despite being one of the most popular and greatest YouTubers of all time. The page itself is also biased and poorly written, so much so that it makes you wonder why it got featured in the first place. Yeah, this page I'm reading off might have, aged like milk, but the Atrocious YouTubers Wiki is just one of a whole network of sites known as reception wikis. Quite surprisingly for these types of places, these are often hosted on mirror keys and not fandom. You know you're on a reception wiki when the article is heavily opinionated, but that kind of defeats the point of having a wiki, doesn't it? But whatever. It has this format for every article. It usually identifies what the thing is, and then has a little header saying why it's bad, but it's usually themed around whatever it's talking about. Like, for example, let's take the Crappy Games Wiki, which was apparently the first reception wiki. You go to the page for, like, I don't know, Sonic 06, and it tells you why this game isn't a snazzy performance. Or you go to the page for Bubsy 3D, and it tells you why it all went wrong. Like, that's fun. I get those. That's what the character says in the game. They also always have a redeeming qualities section, which I suppose is nice. After the Crappy Games Wiki came a whole slew of these reception wikis. Awful Movies Wiki, Terrible Shows and Episodes Wiki, Dreadful Literature Wiki, Rotten Websites Wiki, Loathsome Characters Wiki, and of course there's also the positive ones like Awesome Games, Greatest Movies, Magnificent Literature, etc., etc. Where these wikis started getting into conflict, though, is when they started making reception wikis based on internet figures. Atrocious YouTubers Wiki is one of them, of course, but there were also apparently awful Twitter users, atrocious deviants, horrible Beyonders, which, for those who don't remember, quick recap, Beyond is formerly known as Go Animate. Yeah, as if it wasn't obvious yet, this is the obligatory Logo Kid / Go Animate / Barney Error / Pooh's Adventures entry of this tier. Wait a second, they made a crummy Scratchers wiki? What the fuck? Scratch is like it's like a kid's site. I made stuff on that when I was like literally 9 years old. I think these wikis might just be children continually trying to dunk on each other in writing that feels like a strange mix of CinemaSins and Encyclopedia Dramatica. That page I was just reading off on why the Atrocious YouTubers Wiki was atrocious itself, yeah, that was actually a page on the Tiresome Wikis wiki. So I think someone should make a reception wiki based on reception wikis based on reception wikis so they can be set straight.
Wikiception. Reception Reception Wikiception. I can't.
You might expect with any popular wiki, but especially ones as subjective as these, flame wars were
give me one sec.
rampant across most of them. Wikis are a style of website that specifically benefits from multiple collaborators that are all individual people with their own opinions, combining their thoughts together to form something that should ideally be objective. Reception Wiki spit in the face of that by their mere concept, so it's no surprise that there are constant arguments between members on whether or not some things even deserve articles. Like here, the tiresome Wikis wiki, or rather someone who decided to edit it, seems pissed that there's a page on the Crappy Games wiki about Cars 3 Driven to Win. The #1 Cars 3 Driven to Win fan in the entire world decides to speak up. It's for this reason that many of these wikis have been deleted off Mirror Keys, whether that be by the moderators of the wiki, or sometimes even the admins of Mirror Keys itself for attracting too much toxicity. I mean, think about it. Even Wikipedia itself has struggles with objectivity. Many accuse Wikipedia of having a slight liberal bias. I'm not exactly sure if that's true, but it's not easy having thousands of editors agree on how to write something.
I remember sorry, I just got stuck because I just went into, here's how my imagination works. I imagine myself to be the one credible, like, writer that you could have in Wikipedia that saved the entire system, and I was like this hero. I don't know where I just went. It was like this weird fantasy. My imagination just went. But then I was like, I also wouldn't want to have that responsibility. Yeah, so anyways, what I was going to say, continuing, I remember back in school where they would always just like, if a project involved gathering information, it was like, do not use Wikipedia. And I'm assuming this is one of the reasons why.
Many of the longest talk pages on Wikipedia are controversial things like Jesus Christ, anti-Semitism, China, global warming, the clitoris, list of Canadians. There have even been offshoots of Wikipedia that try to push it in the other direction, but they end up overshooting and creating something honestly not too dissimilar to Reception Wikis or Encyclopedia Dramatica. Speaking of, I'm kind of shocked on Encyclopedia Dramatica managing to stay around for this long. They even have a page on Reception Wikis with flashing rainbow text taunting them, calling them unoriginal. That must hurt. Encyclopedia Dramatica has all—
I feel like these things are so easy to solve though. Like, is that just me? I'm gonna always continue to believe no matter how incorrect I am. But if you wanted people who are unbiased, just fire anyone that becomes biased and just train the right people, like in the ways of how to like write Wikipedia or work for you, how to use the system, how to upload, how to edit things. Or is it like we can go on Wikipedia and edit the things, right? Or I don't know how it works. But however Wikipedia allows you to do things, it's like have somebody above that person watching that person, and then have a certain person who employ people who are unbiased. But when they see like certain things slip in the cracks, that actually may be hard to monitor on a very large scale. But still, it's like maybe they already have a system in place or implemented that sort of does that. But I don't know. I feel like there are a lot of unbiased people that would love to get paid to just, hey, just write the research you found. But also if you're something large like Wikipedia, I feel like also since you're under the eyes of the government, certain things like are gonna get flagged. Like, you know, when the whole vid virus was going on years ago, it was like YouTube videos, I think, would literally get flagged by Wikipedia or something that was like fact checkers. Which that's very interesting. Sorry, this is going down a rabbit hole of going into like when certain people talk about conspiracy theories and then like Wikipedia will tag the video. I'm pretty sure it's Wikipedia that tags the video. Let me just make sure I'm not slow. Wikipedia tagging YouTube videos. Is that what it is? I'm pretty sure it does. Hang on. Like, let me see. Let me look up a video that I know would be tagged. Let's see. Let me see if it's real. I'll cut this. Okay, so this is an example. Very popular one that's just easily... Videos will be tagged like this from Wikipedia. But it's like, to get to a... I guess my point is to get to a truly unbiased state, You have to put the information regardless. I don't know. I don't know. I'm tripping. Whatever.
Always had way stronger of a hive mind
like
circle jerk than any of these other wikis, so I guess they were destined to win in the end.
I literally went off into my own world with that
This
one.
entry refers to the music video for Face Destroy by Zombie Flesh Eater, a super heavy breakcore song from 2006. It's a pretty cool music video, honestly, even if it is completely unhinged, or rather I should say because it's completely unhinged. The visuals feel like a Maruosa video, which is most likely because they're done by Narihiro Sektani, who also worked on a couple of the Maruosa videos. This entry refers to a now lost video that was tied into the whole Fire Fairy hoax from 2017. If you don't know, which you might not because this was kind of obscure, but there is a video circulating around Russian YouTube that teaches kids how to become a fire fairy from the popular animated series Winx Club. According to the video, all you had to do is go up to your stove when everyone is asleep, walk around the room 3 times, and then say the magical words, "Alfie Kingdom, sweet little fairies, give me the power, I'm asking you." Then go to the kitchen silently so no one notices you, or the magic of the words will disappear. Switch on the gas stove, all 4 burners, but do not light it. You don't want to get burns, do you? Then go to sleep. The magic gas will come to you, you will breathe it while sleeping, and in the morning, when you wake up, say, "Thank you, Althea, I've become a fairy." And you'll become a real fire fairy.
No words.
Obviously, this prank is incredibly unsafe, as many kids in Russia actually died as a result of this video, or at least were left with severe burns, such as 5-year-old Sofia Zova, who I'm not going to show images of here, but you can look them up for yourself, and yeah, it was pretty fucked up.
No
this takes the 4chan
way,
prank
bro.
stuff I was talking about to a whole new terrible level. Like, bricking someone's phone is a pretty shitty thing to do, but like, I don't know, maybe almost killing a family of 8 is taking it a little too far. It might just be me, I don't know.
Yeah. Bacon the Unicorn.
Bacon the Unicorn in Uniporn is a video uploaded by Cybernetic Sponge, although apparently it was made by Max Myko Wood, featuring Bacon the Unicorn and Lex Uberbogen. It's literally just 3 minutes of this guy pretending his unicorn plush and unicorn figurine are fucking. Oh, and also there's apparently a band of the same name. The Iceberg mentions this video and Uniporn in all caps. It's the only other thing named Uniporn I could find, but I don't think they're related. Like, I don't know, that's not really like a hard pun to come up with.
Oh, wow. Should we save this one for the next one? I think I do want to cut up the video low-key. I don't know. I could do it. I don't know. Could I do it? I could do it. I don't know why I kind of got into this mode since the beginning of the Iceberg to chop them up into more. I feel like it's just more digestible, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Let's go a little bit longer.
Hung Vlog is a vlogging channel ran by Vietnamese YouTuber Nguyen Van Hung. He's pretty big on the Vietnamese side of YouTube, it would seem, with around 3.5 million subscribers. Apparently in 2020, he was forced to take down 2 of his videos. The first one was making soup with an unplugged chicken, and another was about stealing money and breaking piggy banks. According to this article, Hung Vlog was forced to remove his videos by his city's government, who gave him a fine of 17.5 million Vietnamese dong, which is equivalent to around $700 US. They told him to remove them because he was sharing information that doesn't suit traditional Vietnamese habits and customs. This article is pretty much the only English language source I could find surrounding the removal of his videos, but it seems it didn't hurt him too bad because he still uploads pretty much every day.
Oh, okay, cool. I mean, damn, but like, cool. Girl gets doll eye stuck in her eye. Wow.
Girl gets doll eye stuck in her eye is a pretty hard video to watch for me. Not because it's particularly gory or disturbing or anything, but because I just don't like eyeball stuff. Essentially, this little girl really wanted to have blue eyes, so she did what any normal person would think to do, and she took an eye from her doll to put into her eye socket. The mom is constantly scolding her the entire video because it was a pretty stupid thing to do. What gets me about this video is that the girl seems way older than you would expect. Like, she's still obviously a child, but she seems like 12 or 13. Definitely old enough to know that it isn't a good idea, but hey, whatever. Kids do stupid shit all the time, I guess. By the end of the video, the mom gets the eyeball out, and the girl supposedly turned out perfectly fine. At least according to the comments, I don't know.
Well, I'm glad that she turned out okay. But that just seems like a bad time, bro. It seems like a really bad time. I actually paused this at 3639. Very, very cool. It'd be cool to end the video here on that note, but...
State of Loss and Woe is a Thai animation uploaded in 2014 by Dhammakaya post, and it depicts Naraka, which is the Buddhist equivalent of hell. The video starts out with a guy on his deathbed as he recounts his life, which was plagued with immoral deeds like drunkenness and cheating on his partner. After he dies, the rest of the video is dedicated to him and countless other bodies being tortured endlessly in hell. It's pretty gory for YouTube, honestly. I guess it qualifies as educational. Actually, I don't think gore matters as long as it's animated. Anyways, this video is just one of several of these animations across YouTube that all have the same art style and depict punishments carried out in hell. It's meant to scare people into becoming religious, or at least moral, so they don't have to be tortured forever. There's this series on the channel how each kind of sinner gets punished. Like if you're a liar, then you get boiled in shit, like literal poop, and alcoholics will be force-fed acidic liquid and get all their skin torn off. Like, Jesus Christ, I thought the Christian hell was brutal.
Yeah, yeah.
YouTube.com/activate is a page for connecting a new device to your YouTube account. However, YouTube.com is also the name of a now suspended YouTube channel, one that joined in 2014 and for whatever reason had a little under 4 million subscribers. Especially weird when you consider that the channel doesn't have any views, since to have views you need videos, and yeah, it doesn't have any videos. That's pretty much this entire channel. If you used a Wayback Machine, you can find that they made a community post that just said Vladimir in Cyrillic lettering, I guess, and the channel's location is in Russia. So I assume this is a YouTube-run channel, but I don't know why it would be in Russian, and I also don't know why it would have 4 million subscribers. Yeah,
I so want to put on a tinfoil hat right here.
Yeah, this one just kind of eludes me.
Mr. Black Darkness?
Mr. Black Darkness 666, also known as Vlad Black, is a YouTuber who started uploading videos in 2010. 2 entries in a row with the name Vlad. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Anyways, this guy was a vlogger who played this exaggerated character of a goth, emo edgelord, you know, kind of a Marilyn Manson parody. He would always upload these videos cursing the world, being pissed for some reason, and talking about how Satan will come down and rain fire on the world because goths are being discriminated against by society. His most iconic video is The Life of a Goth, where he's walking down the street and gets laughed at by children. It's pretty obvious that the video is staged. He's trying to hold back a smile the entire time, and the kids definitely seem in on it.
What's up? Welcome to Developer Semicolon.
You see what I have to deal with every day? This is what I have to go through every day. Every day when I walk down the street, and they just taught me like this, and it's making me crazy.
My guess is that he just approached a random group of kids and asked them to help out for a video, and the kids, being kids, obliged because everybody wants to be on YouTube. The video was uploaded in October of 2010. However, it would gain a larger surge in popularity around 2016 thanks to, of course, Leafy making a video on the subject. Leafy's kind of stupid, right? That's not an uncontroversial opinion, I don't think. He's just kind of a dumbass. I feel like even his fans would agree with that. And he didn't get the joke, titling his video The Saddest Man on YouTube and reacting to it as if it's absolutely not satire.
This is where I live. I live up there, where you can see the grapes. Yeah, I know it's a fucking dump, and I hate it here.
Look, dude, I don't want to be an asshole, but I think anyone that's gonna consider me an asshole has probably already done it, so how you gonna wear this shit, dude? Like,
I've always hated Leafy's stupid fake laugh. The two channels would then begin to shoot response videos back.
Dude, bro, dude, hang on. Oh, shit. Dude, y'all don't understand, dude. Okay, sometimes I talk about the one commenter who, like, didn't think I was actually listening to Swegwin in one part or didn't catch the sarcasm and everything, whatever. One, it takes one to know one, and two, why I like bringing it up is because, bro, like, I could be completely wrong. I don't know, because I haven't personally sat with Swag, but even if we had different, we're going to, because we're human, different opinions, different beliefs, whatever it is with reality, it doesn't matter. This dude just seems like, I swear to God, like the better part of me sometimes, because of, like, not my character, but how kind of I like, and like, okay, like, I'll say it just like this so it makes sense. I said like 1,000 times. I like the dude's rawness, bro, and authenticity with his views on certain things, where he's just like, I've always disliked Leafy's fake laugh. He's just like, I don't like this. It feels so like me coded, bro. I love it, dude. And I think that's made the series better. I don't know. I was gonna tie that in somehow to what I just said about the one commenter with like I didn't get something he said, but again, that also, I mean, that's obvious when you're watching like fucking hours of content. I mean, I'm not perfect, bro, but trust me, I'm always attentive, and it's like this is one thing I think that's made the series just 100% better is like somebody who I feel through videos from what I could see and like the little interactions and DMs we have is like just it's just being them, you know. Is like Swag always feels like he's just being him in his videos and not like being sort of like the Wikipedia pages, like the reception pages, where it's like he's giving you the information then giving his views and not trying to like turn it in a way where it's like, I don't know. Does that make sense? I think I'm just like literally trying to over explain authenticity, but I don't know. Like I don't know. This shit is just so funny to me when he has moments like this, and you could like compile, like somebody can make a compilation where you compile Swag being just fucking dumbfounded or raw and laughing over the fucking video, bro.
Where I live up there.
Over some of the entries. And I would fucking laugh at a compilation of that because I don't know, people just being straight dead for it and just, or whatever. I don't know how, like just straightforward cracks me the fuck up.
Yeah, I know, it's a fuck.
Because like, I don't know, like you could tell to me, you could tell this guy's being like satire. And like, I was kind of laughing at the kid part where he was holding back the smile.
Fucking dump. And I hate it.
But Leafy took it serious. And then,
Look, dude, I don't want to be an asshole,
bro, because I knew a dude in person who had the exact same laugh like this that was a fake laugh.
I think anyone that's going to consider being an asshole is probably already
That's what I think made it funnier in my head, too.
So, how are you going to wear this shit, dude? Like,
I've always hated Leafy's stupid fake laugh. The two...
Bro, this dude Swag, I always hated Leafy's stupid fake laugh, bro. And I don't know why that's so, it's just funny as
channels
fuck.
would then begin to shoot response videos back at each other. Vlad kept making videos trolling Leafy, like trying to curse him with voodoo magic, as well as making teary-eyed vlogs, saying that his girlfriend saw Leafy's video and she left him because of it.
Everything was going fine, and then she also saw that video from that guy, that fucking Leafy guy.
But see, also, at some point, Leafy had to be in on what was going on, right?
She was like,
Clearly.
You know what? There's some truth to that fucking video. What? Maybe.
Because to a degree, I think Leafy knew absolutely what he was doing in the era of YouTube that it was at, with the sorts of videos like making. Oh, I know what it is, by the way. Sorry, this is how my brain works. But I think it's just because Swegwin is just straightforward. Like, just, I know I said that, but I think he's just like, he just says what he feels. I don't know. And sometimes that's just such a great quality of someone. Just doesn't really give a fuck what someone's going to think. He says exactly how it is. And that, to me, are qualities I like in a person, because it feels so close to home with me. But there's times where I'm not even that raw with certain content creators on the platform, because trust and believe me, to a lot of y'all, there are so many people within manifestation and spirituality communities that, because of how I view things in karma, sometimes I'm afraid to just be like, yo, these fucking content creators annoy the fuck out of me with some of this shit. Like, but he's just so raw about it, and it like opens me up to maybe one day I would make a video saying how like ridiculous some of that shit is. Maybe, but yeah, I don't know. That was just my own little revelation. I thought I would share that with you guys.
Maybe it's time to grow up and change into some.
Again, what I wanted to say about Leafy is, essentially, to some degree, he had to know, though, right? And be in on it. Because I'm pretty sure the dude knew what he was doing with, like, the shocking content he was doing. That was getting him a lot of money back in that day when you could just do that.
Something more.
While Leafy kept responding, and even doubling down on the idea that he's not a troll. The most important part of the saga was when Keemstar got both of them to come on Drama Alert and hash out their differences. It essentially ended with Vlad agreeing to lift the so-called curse on Leafy. However, he explicitly stated that he hadn't done so yet, and as it would turn out, he would never lift the curse. Why is that important, you might ask? Especially when Vlad is so clearly a troll and not a real sorcerer or witch or whatever he's supposed to be. Well, what happened in Leafy's life after this? Let's see. He got a content cop made about him. Everyone bullied him for his fucked up chin. The adpocalypse happened, which resulted in a ton of his videos being demonetized. And then he left YouTube for nearly 3 years, came back, then got banned from YouTube and Twitch, started streaming on Rumble, and, you know, now he looks like this, and who fucking knows what he's up to nowadays? Like, I don't know, it definitely feels like Mr. Black Darkness 66.
Yo, Swag, bro, stop, dude. I can't. Because that's what it is, too. It's like how he presented himself online, if he genuinely is like a completely different guy in person and is actually a good guy. The content he made was not, I don't know, it wasn't too tasteful. Like, it wasn't, I don't know, it just like making fun of certain people or whatever. The certain shit he did. Like, but then when Swag comes in here and like is doing what he's doing, it's kind of like, it's just, I don't know how to explain this. It's almost like the MamaMax thing. It's like, okay, this dude kind of deserves, like, it's like you kind of you get what you get. It's karma. Like, it's like Swagwood is the karma.
Everyone bullied him for his fucked up chin. The adpocalypse happened, which
just
was
dropping that picture and being like, and now he looks like this. Bro, that hurt. That made me cackle so fucking hard.
The adpocalypse happened, which resulted in a ton of his videos being demonetized.
The curse was
and then he left
real.
YouTube for nearly 3 years, came back, then got banned from YouTube and Twitch, started streaming on Rumble, and, you know, now he looks like this, and who fucking knows what he's up to nowadays? Like, I don't know, it definitely feels like Mr. Black Darkness 666's curse worked its magic. Even though I lived with the curse in 2020, maybe it was too little too late. Hey!
Oh, shit. I'm hurt. Sorry for fangirling on Swagwin. I just love when I feel like I see someone out in the world that really resonates with me, dude. It's just funny. But when it came to Leafy, that shit was funny because, I don't know, I feel like I've seen a lot of people who like used to dick ride Leafy. And it's just funny to hear Swag be like, I don't like this motherfucker's laugh, dude. Well, I don't even know if he liked him to begin with. I don't know. It's just
This
funny.
is the music video for George Bush Cut Up While Talking, a song by the experimental rock band Godspeed You Black Emperor. The song is a hidden track on Yankee UXO, and, well, experimental definitely describes it best. The band took this speech by then US President George W. Bush and cut it up a bunch of times to make it unintelligible. It's kind of reminiscent of a sentence mixed YouTube poop, but the difference here is that the clips don't form language of any kind, and it's just George Bush speaking gibberish. Interspersed throughout this video is this clip of identical-looking audience members clapping in some strange motion. Finally, in the background, there's this pitched-up audio clip of someone saying, "How can I do what is right?" is the predominant question. Why am I here, and what can I do to make it better?
Interesting. I have to literally get up. Maybe that's also why I don't want to like sit for so long. So maybe I'm gonna goblin squat in the DX racer chair.
You did more than a billion. Outpouring out on the streets of Ireland, embassy offering violence to Pakistan, men in Japan, Great Britain.
Putting it all together, this video has a pretty damn unsettling atmosphere, intentionally so. The video is so well done that it actually has a creepypasta written about it, except it's called Ronald Reagan Cut Up While Talking. The story is about a cursed VHS tape of Ronald Reagan's speech that slowly devolves into gibberish, and then he slowly starts to develop incisions and lacerations all over his body. You know, he himself literally gets cut up while talking as opposed to just the video. It even says that in the video, Ronald Reagan's speech discusses increasingly darker topics like torture and child molestation, and even predictions for topics Reagan himself couldn't have possibly known about, like the September 11th attacks.
Oh, I've
Then he gets
seen
impaled,
this.
and even his genitals mutilated. Okay, who the hell wrote this?
I feel like okay, I didn't see it, but I feel like horror YouTube channels or like the channels that cover more obscure videos on the platform that's where I learned about a lot of these things that are probably at the higher part of the tier. Because I used to watch the videos of YouTubers who would cover these sorts of videos. Because that image of the laceration on his face is literally something I've seen in another video.
This is an SCP? They let what's essentially a Russian Death Files wiki entry onto the SCP Foundation site, and it's about fucking ronaldreagan.exe. Okay, I'm being a little harsh on it because it's funny. It's fairly well written and doesn't deserve to be compared to a Russian death file, though I still prefer when it happens to George Bush.
King Ass Ripper? What?
King Ass Ripper, also known to some as hairy and gross, gluttonous slob, or even the gassy gainer, is a individual who's on the internet. His content, his art mainly focuses around how gross he likes to act. By that, I mean his stuff is basically fetish porn, more specifically weight gain, messy eating, and even farts.
Oh shit, fart on my roommate's door, huh?
No, brother. I can't. I can't. I can't, brother. Just grotesque shit for the day.
Or ha.
No!
Or ha.
No, I keep, bro.
Or ha.
Why am I doing this? Bro, that looks like he's just ripping a nasty one, bro. I can't.
Some of you might be familiar with his works if you listened to me all the way back in Tier 2, when I told you to go to the Portal Radio Loop 10 hours video and skip to 5 hours and 19 minutes. What would show up is a video of King Astripper himself doing sit-ups and push-ups, while farting extremely loudly, while also grunting a lot. You might also know him from the various places he's been featured over the years. He was a contestant on Vinesauce's Vine Wrestle, and he was even talked about on Tosh.0, the Your Mom's House podcast, and the Joe Rogan Experience.
I couldn't run from it.
No, okay, he is moving.
I couldn't run from it.
Is that real?
I guess at some point someone just told him that he's really good at farting loudly for a long time, and he just decided that at that moment that's
his niche,
would be what he crafts
that's
his
his
public
shtick,
image around.
bro. Oh my
I definitely don't
gosh.
enjoy watching any of his videos, but I especially don't enjoy any of his videos where he intentionally eats messily. He always gets like sauce and crumbs all over himself and like eats the food
Why
bits off
is
his
it on
chest.
Live League, bro?
And he even sometimes says like, yeah, I bet you want to eat this shit off my body. Like, no, I don't. I fucking don't. God, the name of his merch store is even called Drenched in Mayo.
All drenched. Oh, fuck. I'm actually retarded. Okay, because my mind was thinking it was adrenochrome. That's what I thought I was reading. But this motherfucker literally read it, all drenched in mayo, bro.
Which is just fucking disgusting. Despite his long history on the internet, dating all the way back to the late 2000s to like current day, I don't
Holy shit, bro.
really have much to talk about when it comes to him personally, besides him just being really gross. He's kind of a one-trick pony in that sense. I suppose it is pretty amusing that he constantly gets banned off YouTube, despite his videos technically not violating the terms of service.
Oh,
like, he's never naked, and he never does anything.
Thank goodness.
Explicitly explicit, I guess. He just eats food in a really gross way and fucking farts a lot. His videos also used to have a lot of commenters, some of which even unironically being fans of his. As in, they use his videos as like gooning material. His channel is RRRT.
What? Gooning material?
TT, though he always unlists his videos shortly after uploading them to avoid YouTube censorship. He's kind of like the Nikocado of his time period, although King Astripper was always definitely more artful with his videos. Also,
oh shit. I keep pulling this wire, bro.
Nikocado was like playing a character to make a point about something, and I mean, King Astripper's just like that.
He said Nikocado Avocado was playing a character to prove a point or something. Bro, I love how he puts it, bro, because dude, this is, oh man, I don't know. It just feels like me coded. But then he's just like, but King Astripper is like that.
In the script for this entry, I'm just now realizing that I wrote the words "I'd like to move on now" twice.
Bro, what, dude? Dude, that feels like, that is just some funny shit that feels like I would do. He's writing this script and he's just like, I'd like to move on. His current channel is RRRTTT, unless his videos, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward. I mean, just look at those camera angles. I'd like to move on now.
Accident, so yeah, I think I want to move on.
Bro, subconsciously he was fucking suffering, bro. I'm done. I'm ending the video on that note. That's fucking hilarious, bro. I think this is a good time to stop. 47:58. We'll continue in the next one, bro. Holy shit. My man was like, I'd like to move on now. Much love and Moonlight to y'all. Shout out to everyone watching. Hope you guys still enjoy it. And yeah, man, I'm done, bro. That was fucking great.